Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen we're making some easy, delicious French toast. So let's get started. First off, in a large bowl, we're gonna crack 4 room temperature eggs. They can actually be cold, it's okay. And next to me, you see 2 different options. I just wanted to show you, like today, I'm gonna use brioche because it's like the perfect bread for French toast. Really rich and soft. You get like a nice thick cut one and it's good. You could also use challah. It's very similar to brioche. It's a really rich bread, and just give it a nice thick slice and it'll be beautiful. Milk bread, potato bread. The nice thing is you can use any bread you want and enjoy. This might be weird, but like when I was little and I would have French toast, I often liked sourdough French toast because it had a little bit of a tang and kind of contrasted with the maple syrup. But you do you. To my 4 eggs, I'm gonna add 3/4 of a cup of whole milk, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and as you can see, we're basically making a custard to soak our bread in. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a tablespoon of vanilla. And for contrast, a pinch of salt. Our scale is done. I never needed it in the first place. Just out of habit. All right, and now we're gonna give this a really good mix to break the eggs up so it's a beautiful silky custard. By the way, if you like my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. There's 2 new recipes every single week. And if you're like me and you're just not your best in the morning, but you wanna do something like make French toast, have your bread ready, easy. Mix this up the night before and just cover it and put it in the fridge. Then you can dip and cook your French toast in the morning and it's half the work. If you want to have an extra indulgent French toast, you could sub the milk out for cream or half and half, and feel free to add flavors you like. I might do a tablespoon of orange zest in here. You could add brandy, you could like make this your own. Like there's so many different ways you can go. It's a custard and it accepts flavors really well. The only downside to French toast is that by the time you're done making all of it, the first batch is probably cold. To solve this problem, just have your oven at the ready. Set your oven to 200 degrees, pop your French toast onto a baking sheet as you cook it, and then by the time it's all done, everything will be nice and warm. Don't leave your French toast in the oven for more than 30 minutes. It'll dry out and overbake. Okay. That's mixed up. Now we're gonna place our pan over medium heat. You could have started heating your pan at the beginning of this, but this stove is so powerful, it would be screaming hot if I did that. The secret to delicious golden French toast is butter. It is a French titled recipe at least. So 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter per batch of French toast. Into your hot pan, get it nice and melty. That pan got very hot. So your bread needs to soak in the mixture just for a few seconds. You could use stale bread or you could use fresh bread. It's a great way to use up a stale loaf, but you could definitely use fresh bread for this. They're both gonna work well. The stale might just absorb a little bit more of the custard. Just a few seconds for each side, and you're gonna pop that into your pan. Okay. First one in, and just keep dipping. You have another choice with the dipping. If you do a quick dip, your toast will not be fully saturated. If you want to have a more luscious or custardy French toast in the middle, just dip for longer, about 5 seconds per side. So as I mentioned, my stove runs really hot. So if that's happening to you, you can use a mixture of vegetable oil and butter and it won't burn as quickly. Your toast will cook for about 2 minutes per side, so give it a check. Flip it over. My first one is gonna be the darkest batch and then they'll be perfect. Don't worry if your French toast looks a little bit less than perfect, that's okay. Once your toast is golden on the other side, we're gonna transfer this to our baking sheet with a wire rack over it, and that can live in the oven while we make the rest of the French toast, so it's all nice and hot and nobody gets a cold batch. So as you're cooking, just add more butter as needed. Before you know it, your French toast will all be done. This makes a good number of pieces, so you could serve what you'd like and freeze the rest for later. French toast freezes really easily. I would just pop it between layers of parchment and put that into a sealable bag. When you're ready to use your frozen pieces, thaw them, and then you can air fry them or bake them for a few minutes and they'll be delicious and crisp. So this is a recipe like German chocolate cake, which is not a German recipe. It's named after a guy named Samuel German. French toast gets its name from Joseph French. It's actually an ancient Roman recipe that's been around for thousands of years. It is not a French recipe. And the French call this Roman bread, or at least they used to. I think now everyone calls it French toast. The only thing you have to worry about here is timing your dipping, so it's ready to go. Other than that, the recipe is basically foolproof, although maybe we'll show you some behind the scenes. This pan got so screaming hot, I had to dip it in water just to cool it down and start over again. It was just way too hot and would not cool down. It was wild. Garnish with maple syrup, fresh berries, whipped cream, and just like that, it's ready to enjoy. It's the perfect texture. You can taste that delicious custard, and it is appropriately sweet and perfect for the morning. I hope you get a chance to make this delicious recipe, and if you like my videos, hit that subscribe button and check out my breakfast playlist.